Hey y'all, hey. It's time for the Country Wayne Skits recap. And as always, I'm going to go ahead and let it sit here for a minute. Then I'm going to transfer it over to my YouTube channel, TK Travel, and it's going to be in the Country Wayne playlist. You guys can check it out over there. Up until this point, I've been doing a lot of skipping of the videos because I ain't trying to see all that stupidity, right? I did see the birthday party. Amber went. Cool beans. I thought it was going to be a little bit different, but it was what it was. Then I think afterwards, Shayla's still tripping on the fact that the baby's around Amber. She don't want her around Amber. She don't want him around Amber and all that kind of stuff. I really could care less who wants to be in Shayla's life as far as Woody, the Toy Story guy. Okay, and I now know that her best friend from middle school, and is she really her best friend? I see some mess happening between them two. There's a reason they haven't kept in touch. Okay, but the whole Anthony, Amber, and Shayla thing, and I'm loving. If it's an act, it's an act. But I am loving the connection, the rebonding, if you will, of Amber and Anthony. I'm still a little wary about it, but on the surface, it looks like it's moving in the right direction. Some of the right things are being said. Okay, some of the expressions on Anthony's face make you think, is he? Okay, and side note, I think the reason he don't want to open that joint account because that's going to open the door to let Amber and everybody else know how much money he dropping off over baby mama now, and baby mama's mama. That's what I think that's about. Okay, but what do I know? I'm not writing this mess. Anyway, I just watched the skits. Let's not forget the roll up of Amber on Anthony, Angelina, and Shayla and everything, and then how Anthony, checked her in the parking lot of wherever. Say, don't be doing that to me. I know how to handle my business. Can't nobody control me. Yada yada boo boo. Okay. One, I do like the fact that he didn't do that in front of Miss Shayla. And don't get him any more fuel to say, see, Amber's not the one. Amber's not the one. And Angelina is almost as Delulu, and well, she is just Delulu, as Shayla. Don't worry about it because he's coming back. Got that girl thinking he coming back. He ain't coming back. I really don't think he's going back. I think at this point, all the other drama that's been attached to them, why would you want to be a part of that? With or without Amber, you now see the drama, the issues that she's gone. Okay? Because if it ain't Amber, it's going to be somebody else. All right? In any case, I like the way they handled that, right? I don't think she should apologize for it, but I get it. I get it. They're trying to build. They're trying to rebuild. And remember, I think a long time ago, I said when they rebuild, it won't be the same as it was before. And I don't think it's the same as it was before. Because both of them are, as much as they say they forgive and they ain't forgetting, they're like elephants. They know, right? But they're not letting it hinder the going forward of this relationship. Okay. Now, I just saw the video where Amber is talking to Anthony about how this all really started. See, this is what Country Wayne, y'all, the writers, come on, y'all. Come on. Some of these secrets that were held in the dark should have been in the light. They should have been tanned and fried by now. But you're slowly dropping them in. Maybe because you want us to hang on. And as much as we say we ain't going to hang on, we're hanging on. Okay. She wants to know, you know what? How did this really happen? So he tells the story about how he was super, super drunk, and when somebody knocked on the door, it was Shayla, and she's like, babe, she look, if he'd have said, you're right, I should, she would have dragged him down to the police station to file charges against that woman because she took advantage of you. But he's like, nope, I'm a grown man, blah, blah. And I like that fact because, right, he might have been super drunk, but he kind of knew what he was doing and who he was doing it with. But the drunkenness didn't put the big picture together. Like, dude, when this is done, dude, you married, dude, none of that. Okay, none of that. So I like the fact that he took responsibility for the fact that, okay, I'm a grown man, but I did what I did. I'm going to take responsibility for it. I'm ashamed of it. Because if there's a part of him that really, 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 really loves Amber, even a little bit, maybe a little bit more than we thought, then yes, he's ashamed of it because he's just about almost lost everything. Okay, and it still ain't smooth sailing because now he might have his wife back and his marriage back, but he got baby mama drama for the next 18 years if she don't get it together. Right? Okay, so that's what I'm thinking on that side. So the story of how it happened has come out, and see, for Amber, at least this is what I think. Now that she knows how it happened and why it happened, okay, she can add that to the bucket of red flags that she's got with Shayla. Always at my house dressing like Daisy Duke. Tried on my wedding dress, okay? And if she thinks back to all the conversations that she had as she was venting to her best friend about Anthony, think about how many times she's looked at her like, why are you acting like, you think I'm gaining weight? All those are going to connect, right? This is the part where I said the whole Shayla thing is going to help Amber and Anthony bond against her. On the other side of the green grass, Miss Shayla is coming to the conclusion that it's probably over between her and Anthony. She don't want to. Her mother's like, no, don't think like that. It's just a matter of time. He's got to go through this. Girlfriend, he ain't even coming over there for the bouquet call anymore, okay? He got exactly everything that he needs in his house. He's not coming over there for Shayla for that. The only thing over there in Shayla's house that he wants to be bothered with at this moment is Kai. Now, I do think there's a level of jealousy in Anthony because, somebody else might be paying attention to her and he's like comparing it because, testosterone or whatever. But dude, is it so much that you would take her off the market, keep her to yourself, and risk losing Amber again? I don't think so. I think he is just establishing a territory, right? He's just marking his territory, even though he has no plans to go over there and water that spark again. All right, but he don't want nobody else. I don't want you, but I don't want nobody else to have you. Theory, okay. So and for Shayla, she's sucking that up because he's jealous. He's this to the point where she thought the flowers from Oh Boy was from Anthony. I'm just disappointed because I thought they were from Anthony. Because she's hoping against all hope, especially listening to her mama, that Anthony's going to come to his... Would you? I wouldn't even want him back. I don't care how many senses he come to. I wouldn't want you back. Now, a lot of people are theorizing that, as they get closer together, Amber and Anthony, Amber might be with child soon. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to put a big old wrench in the works. Okay? And I kind of hope it happens. Like I said, this whole bonding of Anthony and Amber is going to be solidified by the drama and the mess that Shayla's bringing. That's what I'm thinking. Okay? I want to see her go on. I know we're going to see the whole Anthony looking like, which is going to cause a problem with Amber because she's going to notice it as well. Right? And he's going to have to make a choice. You need to not pay attention to that, move on, right? And then the Kai implosion. I'm waiting for that. I'm so waiting for that. When that happens, now she's going to need Toy Story dude, right? But I think she's going to push him off so far away that he ain't going to try to be around for that, right? And wait till she finds out that Sonny is pregnant with Mike's baby. This is going to be some mess. And finally, I think this Delisha, I think this is another part of Shayla's karma because as close as they were in middle school, they haven't kept in touch in years. There's a reason for that. And she brought up the 5th grade, whatever. Yeah, she's holding on to some stuff too. And this may be her chance to get back at Shayla for whatever it is she believes Shayla did years ago. These people are so petty. Ugh. Okay. So yeah, I'm waiting to see how all that unfolds. Okay. So again, I'm gonna put this over on my TK Travel YouTube channel in the Kountry Wayne playlist. This is gonna be up for about an hour maybe, and then I'm gonna drop it out. So, and I appreciate your comments. Let me know what you think. All right. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.